What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Happy 2025 to everybody. So while this video is about to start, I do want to really go over what this is all about. Okay, so this is going to be for free-to-play players, pay-to-win players. Doesn't matter who you are. Fastest way to get yourself some mission challenge points, as well as, if you have not done so already, how to conquer the POS 20 frames and get some of these. So I'm going to cover two specific fights, KARGALAGAN POS 20, as well as the two-headed ogre PS 20. Show you guys the guides, how to beat them, how to get them. Plus, while you're doing it, you may as well kill two birds with one stone and get yourself as many of these loyalty points to get yourself the coveted SSR Hunter selection chest, as well as the SSR Hunter weapon selection chest as fast as you possibly can. So we're going to cover two of those things in this upcoming video. Here we go. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another solo leveling Arise video. It's your boy Payne. Welcome to 2025, people. We have a live stream coming up tomorrow. That's right. I was able to find some time and get myself a live stream going. So please, please, please make sure you join. Also, don't forget, guys, we have a Netmarble support program going on right now. So please do join. 349 members joined the last 24 hours. I am very, very proud to see that number. And if you have not done so, please go ahead and support your boy. Just jump into this. It's on every single video. Click on that support button and get yourself some free codes. Want to give a big shout out to my top 10 currently right now: Kokodai, Isu64, a couple of you NIDs over here, which I hope you do change your names, Lucy, a couple more NIDs, and Forsaken. Shout out to you guys. And of course, I have even more down here. We have Jokers, All-Star 1228, a couple more NIDs, Ray Natus, Master Mix, Fat Ninja. Who doesn't have a Fat Ninja, bro? McNasty, love it, and more NIDs. And remember, if you are in the top 20 to top 100, please join the Discord, get yourself a top 100 supporter role, and get yourself the opportunity to win a $100 gift card on PayPal. So please do that. Whenever you have the opportunity, just go in there, show proof that you're in the top 100, and we'll get you guys that coveted role and get you guys in there to win that $100 prize. Now, I do want to go over a couple different things. Free-to-play players. That's right. So we're in tomorrow's live stream, we're going to be doing free-to-play content and some pay-to-win content. But I do want to talk about this. A lot of you guys have been asking me, hey, Payne, what's the best way to get yourself some of these proof of strong 20 frames? So you guys can see here, I've got quite a few of them. Haven't had a chance to fight this guy or this guy yet in this, and I haven't had a chance to beat him yet, or I missed this one, unfortunately. But I do have majority of the rest, and I do want to give you guys kind of my feedback and layout on how I did some of these and what was the method on getting these done. Okay, a lot of these ones are just timing thing. I just didn't get a chance to do it just because. I think the hardest one, quite honestly, for me in this entire rotation of monsters is most likely going to be Forest, just because I have a really, really bad fire team. But with that being said, everything else is doable and is doable, and you as a free-to-play player can actually do it as well too. I'm missing Baron's, but that's only a point system thing. I think I'm off by 20, and I also don't have Luxus. Didn't get a chance to get him done at the time that Thomas got released. Should be able to go back and complete that, but I do want to at least show you guys what we're able to do as free-to-play players and how I'm able to do it. Now, let's go with what's currently existing now in the instances. So quick one for this one here for KARGALAGAN. So proof of 20 strong, super simple with this one. Okay, so the team I use here, and I'm going to simply show you this, is I use Gunhee, I use Thomas, and I use Mirai. You can use Wu if you want, or anyone else who is a either dark like Charlotte or Harper are great in here as well too, or Isla, but I like to use these guys here because again, number one, it boosts my power above the requirement here, but at the same time, crit here, more break here, more damage here, pretty straightforward. This is a quick run and one of the easiest ones to do. So I use Big Rock here, I use Negris is not supposed to be here, I don't know why that was added on. It's normally Cerberus, and I use Beru as my backups, and then I have the Moonshadow Daggers with the Plum Sword. You can use the DKD if you want as well too. I just prefer this for the setup that I have, and this is the gear that I'm rocking here. I got the 4-piece curse, 4-piece expert, 8-piece greed, 4-piece curse, 4-piece expert, 8-piece greed here, or sorry, 8-piece curse. And then in terms of the artifacts, sorry, you guys saw the artifacts, the skills I have: magnifying slashes heroic, and I have dispersion legendary. Okay, those are the ones that I'm currently using. Vacuum wave is more than good enough here. So what I'll do is I'll take away the dispersion here, which is legendary. I'll just put vacuum wave because most of you guys probably have this. And then of course I've got myself the QTEs, and then here I've got sharp perception, reawakening, bloodlust, double-edged sword, and then whatever the heck you want for survivability. All right, folks, so here what we're going to do, we're going to start off with a quick full bloom, and as you go into it, you can see here it says full bloom right there. It jumps into the fight, which is great because you have a full bloom activated. First thing he's going to do is one of two moves, either the fire under the ground or the tackle. He's doing the tackle, go into a shadow step, vacuum wave, do a quick dash, shadows and moon shadow daggers, and right here you go into another quick set of attacks, specifically magnifying slashes. You guys can see I already put him to 79% fairly easily. Here, if you have the freeze one, you can freeze, gun he into another full bloom, right? Dash right here through this if you can. If not, that's okay. Magnifying slashes again. Get ready for it. And here, if you have Thomas, you're going to easily be able to take that attack and not get scathed in any way, shape, or form, okay? Once he does levitation, go into another quick set of full blooms. QTE. He's going to go ahead and do his little attack here. You can go right behind him in a second. Just save it, save it, save it. There it is. Back into another. There it is right there, and this should kill him off. Okay? So, very easy fight. Okay, super, super easy. Probably the easiest one out of all the POS 20s, and an easy way for you to get yourself a ton of points right now at the same time. Okay, so the goal here is to get POS 20 plus get yourself a crap load of points while doing the requirements for the brand new point event, right? And this is going to push you guys to get yourself through the points quicker. Pick yourself an SSR Hunter plus an SSR Hunter weapon. So very important. This is the reason why I'm showing you this, is to kind of do both things at the same time and complete this fairly easily. At the same time, scoring yourself some of these POS 20s. Okay, so that one's a very easy one. Now remember, the step-by-step is easy. So start off with full bloom, shadow step, vacuum wave, into a dash into your moon shadow daggers, into a dash into magnifying slashes, dash magnifying slashes, and then if you have another dash, use it again. I usually do with Wu, but I didn't have Wu this time. I usually just go into a second magnifying slashes and complete that rotation. Go into your QTEs, and then that should pretty much put him into the giant phase, right? So once the giant phase is over, again, shadow step, full bloom again, moon shadow daggers, and same rotation again, right? Vacuum wave first, moon shadow daggers, and then into a magnifying slashes. And then at that point, you want to try to keep him around the 30% mark by the time he does his teleportation, because if you don't, then you'll have to deal with the totems. Now, if the totems do pop up, I save my ultimate and kill them there. But in this case, I try to keep him around 30% specifically so he can go into that next phase where he throws those beams at you. Dodge the beam, shadow step, vacuum wave, magnifying slashes, moon shadow daggers, magnifying slashes. That will literally kill him. You won't even have to deal with the totem phase. So you guys saw how easy that was, right? Now, the next boss here is a little bit different, a little more difficult than this one, but an easy way, of course, if you are looking to get your proof of strong. Now, for this fight specifically, I use the Grimoire and the DKD, right? So getting dicked. So we go ahead and use this, and we use the Grimoire. Okay, and it's an easy fight if you use these two mechanics here. Now, for this fight specifically, you do want to bring, I do bring Wu for this one. That extra dodge is invaluable here, and you guys see I'm still above where I need to be. Everything here remains the same in terms of artifacts and everything. The only difference here is Wu actually has the blessing set, so he can provide me a little bit more utility, and at the same time, I do change the skills around just a tad bit here, of course. I go into the double down Sonic Stream right here, and I don't even bother, obviously, with breaking or anything. You go strictly with Dagger Toss. So those two are going to be your main two skills to do as much damage as you possibly can here and amplify this as much as you can. So you can definitely use the staff here, the new staff. You can also use the Golden Fox here if you want, as well as the Guild Spear if you have it as well too. I just like DKD because it's one of the best weapons here, so you can go ahead and use any of those as well. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how to do this run, and then we'll talk more about this. So the first thing with this run here you need to note is you're going to have to go into a dash as soon as he does his skill here, okay? Now, the beauty of this team here, you have a lot of shields to help you survive through the bleeds in case you do get hit, and you're inevitably gonna get hit, guys. It's gonna happen. So I don't know why I just dashed. It's just such habit now at this point for me. But you guys can see here, right? He is going to hit you. You are going to bleed. And don't worry about the bleeds. It's not going to be that big of a deal because of all the shields that you have active. And you should be able to survive this with relative ease, guys. So there you guys go into Grimoire. Again, going into a dash, avoiding as much damage as you can. You guys saw there I got hit there, right? Not good, clearly. Because when you get hit, obviously you're going to lose your ability to cast your skill, which in this case was a big one because it was my double down, which is my light skill, right? So be very mindful of that. Now there's a little trick to this fight as well, just so you guys are aware. When he goes into his middle phase where he jumps in the middle and does his rotation, I'll show you exactly where to go to avoid all that damage, all right? So give me a few seconds here. I'm not talking about this phase, by the way. This phase is easy. This phase is no problem. I'll show you guys which phase I'm referring to afterwards. All right. Grimoire. Going in with as much damage as possible. Okay, here's the break phase. This is what I'm referring to. If you go all the way, not to this corner, by the way, but you can go to that corner as well. It's another corner. It's the corner with the actual scenery in the back. That corner right there, you can avoid that damage 100% of the time. The place I went to is only sometimes, depending where he was at. But right now, like, look here, this damage right here, you could avoid that as well if you go in that same corner. So that corner there with the scenery behind me is your best friend, okay? So make sure, guys, if you are looking for a safe spot, that's where you go. That scenery right in front of me where you saw, go all the way back there and you can avoid all that extra damage, unnecessary damage, by the way, and easily survive right there. That whole scenery behind him, right? That's where you want to go. So make sure, guys, if you are struggling with this fight, that is your best friend in terms of location. That is where you want to stick around and avoid all that damage coming in. All right, here we guys go. You guys can see here, this is a much harder fight, obviously, than the last one. Okay, we're going to go Grimoire. Oh, he got me there. Got me good there, actually. But we got it done. Okay? So this is a little bit of a sloppy fight. But nonetheless, the point is bring shielders with you. If you have Wu, of course, that's going to give you the extra dodge. It's a big, big, big advantage for you to have those extra dodges. And again, utilize that space, that one space all the way in the back to avoid all that damage. Okay, you guys can see here, I'm getting all the POS 20s out of the way. So there you guys go. 2 instances completed. Get these done, guys. This is an easy 2 battles, especially the KARGALAGAN again. If you're looking for points, guys, that is who you should be farming right now. That will give you guys the most amount of points right now with the keys that you have to complete this. If I go back now to the actual point event, you'll see I've got quite a bit of points now. That should have moved me up maybe to the next bracket or so, and I'm going to continue doing this. So you don't actually have to wait for the entire, like, where are we at? Oh, we're close, halfway there. So 2 more of these runs, that'll push me probably right to this point, and then we're going to keep going. So I know a lot of you guys can't wait to get to here. It's going to take a little bit of time because obviously you can see 300 points for 5 keys. If you're a whale, you're getting 600 points for 5 keys. Nonetheless, you'll get there at some point, but this is one of the fastest ways to do it. And at the same time, get yourself as many of these POSs out of the way that you can. Hopefully those 2 guides helped out. Again, go check it out. Use those locations, especially to your advantage against the 2-headed ogre. It does make a difference. The beauty of the Grimoire, it helps you, number 1, to freeze him, slow down a lot of time, plus you get deep erosion from that, which you can do a lot of damage with. That's extra 20% more damage from all your skills that are elemental weakness. And then obviously having DKD to paralyze and just push out as much damage as you possibly can is a huge one. Now, if you don't have double down and you don't have electric shock, this fight will be a little bit more difficult. Still doable, just a little bit more difficult. Now, double down obviously is going to be your main source of damage when it comes down to a skill perspective, but just in case you don't have it, another really good option here is going to actually be the earth shock to get yourself a little bit more crit damage out of it. So if you are looking for some light damage, that's not a bad option. And another one here that's actually pretty good too is going to be this one with a little bit of a light damage, and then lastly the where is it? Right here, this. Right, so this here is going to help you. It'll increase your defense a little bit, give you a little bit more survival, but also gives you the almighty break. And the beauty of this skill specifically is you get yourself invincibility for some of the attacks, so that way you can avoid some of the damage coming in, especially with some of his bigger attacks that he does, like that spin, the whole screen spin. If you can't get there on time, this is a great way to survive some of those big hits that are coming. But ideally, you do want to have electric shock, and ideally you do want to have, even if you have the heroic version of it, it's still really good. Double down for sure. All right, folks. There is a couple 2 guides there for POS 20s, plus how to get yourself some quick points for the loyalty event. Hopefully this helps. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the live stream tomorrow. Have a great one. Take care.